Hi everybody, it's Melanie, Sky Moon 1982, continuing, I believe, day 7 of the 12 days of Christmas. Today's topic was given to me by Diana Blakkandi, and today's topic is, how has YouTube affected your weight loss surgery? She was on Facebook and she said this would be a great topic here on YouTube. So I'm going to go ahead and share why I believe that why YouTube has affected my weight loss surgery so much. Now, YouTube is my weight loss surgery diary. And I've shared every single moment from when I had lap band to plastics to when I had an emergency tummy tuck revision, through marital problems, through my worst struggles and my best moments. I have been an open diary on my YouTube. I've just put it all out there. And I've spent tons of hours, learning, sharing, commenting, crying, laughing with each video I have seen, and I'm totally grateful that I had such a resourceful tool here on YouTube. The number one reason why it's affected me so much was because YouTube was my accountability. Um, I treated YouTube as, if you ever watched The Biggest Loser, I would say that I treated it much like that, because each week I had to come on here and weigh in and say my numbers. Not only that, not only for accountability purpose, but what I got from YouTube is I had so much information. Like, I learned from people's journey. I got tips. I mean, I knew exactly what to buy when I had my liquid diet. Those big packets they give you when you first have surgery, or when you're about to have surgery. Who wants to read all of that? I learned everything from YouTube, from watching hours and hours and hours of videos. That was my best resource. I mean, I learned so much. I learned about the rules. I learned about the C to 5K later on down the road. It kept me on my toes. And not only that, I got so many friends from it. Each year I attend a meet and greet, and sometimes I attend several meet and greets, because I love to meet the people that I watch here on YouTube. I mean, this is why, the number one reason why I have been so successful. Hearing each and every one of your stories, learning from it, comprehending it, um, and from learning from your story and from your journey, I learned how to incorporate it into mine. It gave me motivation, it gave me determination from watching others people's journey, from watching them to do 5Ks, to watching them do 10K, to doing half marathons, to doing marathons and stuff. It's set um, goals that I would love to seek, and what I envision in my near future, or I have already done. So it's been a special part of my life. Not only am I accountable here and on YouTube, and not only has YouTube alone has affected my weight loss surgery journey, but also I believe this year actually, um, we started a whole new thing here. Facebook developed. I don't know if it was this year or last year that this whole thing happened, but practically everybody here on YouTube is also on Facebook. So Facebook is a whole nother world. I mean, it's one thing to come here every week and say your stats and say what you're going through, but it's a whole nother thing when you're on Facebook and you're there typing almost every day, and sharing your thoughts and your opinions, and things that you go through, and posting pictures, like food blogging, and your weight. It's so much easier through Facebook. And also I became accountable because I had gotten off track. And then there was a weight loss surgery group that was created on Facebook called Back to Basics, and I'm on there, and that has helped me tremendously. I went on there actually today, and I said I am so grateful, because for the first time I thought that I was really, I felt like I was not motivated enough and not determined enough. I felt like I was giving up. And then all of a sudden, this group was created, and it helped me get back on track. So I'm very thankful for that group. So not only YouTube has affected me, but Facebook as well. People, the groups that are created on Facebook, um, and just friends in general that I have gotten from YouTube. And I could pick up my phone right now and just like call people and be like, I'm struggling, help me out, I called Wendy yesterday because I was having trouble with the C25K program. I didn't understand it. And she goes, Melanie, this is what you do. Yada, 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 yada. Now, if I didn't have YouTube, I mean, who would I call? It's like the best support system. If you don't have people supporting you at home, or friends or family, not that I'm experienced anything like that, but this is the best support group. You're gonna have people supporting you. Sometimes when I go out with my husband, and I get together with my weight loss surgery girls, and all we do is talk about weight loss, and the guys, they kind of get sick of hearing that, or your family members. So um, what I'm trying to say is that you have the best of friends here on YouTube, and they know what you're going through, and they're going through the same exact things. Nobody else is going to know that in your family or people who haven't experienced it. So you get to, I guess, like conversate with one another and share each other's opinions and thoughts, and be like, well, has this ever happened to you? Just yesterday again too, I was conversating with one of my friends here on YouTube. I'm like, well, I have pains around my port area, and I cramp a lot often around my port area. And she tells me, yeah, me too, and I know this other girl, and I know this other girl. So it's really good insight into what you're going to get into, and like what to expect. you know um what else? So yeah, I just have a whole, I wouldn't, to tell you the truth, I wouldn't be here today, or I excuse me, I wouldn't have been so successful if it wasn't for YouTube. Yeah, I would have been determined. Yes, I would have, gave it my all. But I have YouTube to thank for changing my life. Everybody's journey on here, your tips, your advice, your journey, you know, I have to thank for, because it has changed me completely. As much as you guys learn from me, I have learned from you. Things that I didn't know, I learned from everybody else. And I'm pretty sure it's vice versa, where you've learned things from me. Yes, you probably have, but I've also learned many, many things from you. If you're pre-op or post-op, I'm still learning, 3 years out. It's the same. To tell you the truth, to give you a quick example, I didn't know when I first started my journey, um, I didn't know the C25K existed. So I did it my way. I just ran that treadmill for as long as I exercised, for a whole year and a half straight, doing one speed. And now that I'm getting back on track, I'm like, you know what? Let me give this C25K a chance, because what happened last week was that I thought that I could get back on my treadmill and do the speed that I once was doing. I was doing what, 4.4 speed on the treadmill, and I thought, yeah, I could get back on track. For the first time in 3 years, I couldn't do it. I got off. 5 minutes later, I had to rest my body, and I was like, oh my goodness, I cannot just get back on here. So the thing that I'm trying to say is that you take it slow. You take it slow, and you work your way through. When you first starting, first of all, when you first start to exercise, you have to start slow and then work your way up. when you get back on track, it's the same thing. That's my advice. If you get back on track, don't think that you could do the same speed that you once was doing. No, you have to start off slow and get back on track. So that happened to me twice last week, where I had to get off 5 minutes later. So I was like, okay, I have to try something new. I have, all last week too, I was doing 3.6 on the treadmill. So I was like, all right, and I was doing that, till I hit, I don't know, 2.5 miles or a certain amount of steps. So I was like, I want to start something new, something that I haven't even done before. And I heard Rebecca talking about it. I heard Wendy talking about it, because again, you learn so much here on YouTube. And that I decided to do it. And I was confused about a couple of things, and I started doing it yesterday, and it turns out that I had the most fun that I've ever had on the treadmill. Never have I had so much fun on the treadmill. I never got excited to do something, but this was very exciting. This was something that I'm now looking forward to. It's a 9-week program. You do it 3 times a week, and you don't really have to stress yourself like that. You don't have to be, it's a couch to 5K. So that's what I'm doing now, and it's just an example of the things that you learn while you're on YouTube. And that's about it, guys. That's how YouTube has changed my life. I have YouTube and Facebook to thank for my weight loss surgery journey. And I hope everybody has a great day. This video is already long. I don't want to keep on talking. I could go on and on, because I tell you that YouTube is my #1 reason why I have been so extremely successful. And I thank you all for sharing your journeys once again. Have a great day, guys. Bye.